Mags on Media continues, and we've heard leading experts talk about the need for agencies to start running like newsrooms in the past year or so. In the quest to keep up with the ever-changing and fast-paced media landscape, the Publicis Machine Agency has launched NewsDesk. It's an innovative new service that ensures agency teams, their clients and their brands collaborate to find quicker and more efficient ways of engaging and responding to digital customer interaction. The idea is also to promote an open and trusting relationship between clients and their agencies. Here now is a quick snippet on how this all works.
This is the news desk. It looks like a newsroom because that's exactly what it is. The way it works is simple. The right people with the right tools meet in this room 3 times a week to listen to what the world is saying about the brand, enabling us to create relevant content quickly that works across all channels. This is how the room is set up. Each meeting includes a key player from the PR firm, media buying company, and search with the ad agency at the lead. The agency team includes account, creative, strategy, analytics, and production. And on the other end, the clients, who are key players, including the community manager and legal. It's a perfect storm of collaboration. We use a comprehensive set of listening tools to measure performance and glean insights for each brand. They show us the conversation taking place about your brand in real time so that we can react in real time. With the right people and tools together, we can make magic happen. For instance, our strategist pinpoints a conversation. The creative team conceives and shares ideas, and with everyone together, content is approved and shared with the world incredibly fast. Media and PR help amplify content, and once it's out in the world, analytics measures how the work is doing in real time, so we can push it even further. NewsDesk really does connect everything, and many of our brands have already seen it succeed. On Zequel, a newer brand, we use NewsDesk as a creative testing ground. By trying different types of content on social and analyzing the results, we uncovered the insight that inspired our new holistic campaign.
Do you want to sleep like a baby? Like a bear?
As of today, we have NewsDesk in Toronto, Mexico City, London, Paris, Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, Hong Kong, and Cape Town. And we plan to roll it out across 14 more cities in the first half of 2015. But what do our clients have to say about the NewsDesk?
Yo creo que el NewsDesk es innovación pura en la manera de hacer marketing y publicidad. En el fondo estás haciendo marketing y publicidad en tiempo real. Tú decidiendo cuál es el mensaje correcto para el mercado.
The decision making is much faster, and that ability to feed back to the creative team to actually understand where we need to go is much quicker. That way of working is absolutely brilliant.
NewsDesk allows us to take brands where they need to go, fast. We've created a new model that can lead the change from a single room. NewsDesk, the strategic hub that connects everything.
Now, Twitter's launch of the Periscope app ties in nicely with this drive for real-time information, real-time engagement. The social media giant recently acquiring live streaming app Periscope for a reported $100 million. The app is going to allow users to watch and share live video content 24/7. While all this is very exciting, eNCA reporter Yusuf Omar takes a realistic look at whether South Africa's online infrastructure, as it stands now, is capable of providing local users with that full experience.
Twitter believe its new app is the closest thing to teleportation. Periscope, exploring the world through someone else's eyes. What are you seeing? That's the premise behind the live streaming app that lets you broadcast anything to anyone, anywhere, and at any time. So if you thought Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat were instant, apps like this are ushering in a new era of live broadcasting. Get your selfie stick ready because you're going to be sharing everything from your morning commute to what you had for breakfast. Narcissistic online behavior will never be the same again.
You guys want to see me eat chips?
Selfie! Privacy has no place here. Critics say the app can pretty much pinpoint exactly where you live if you leave the location on. But this app could also see citizen reporting becoming even more prevalent. Disappointingly, it seems mundane streaming is what's trending in these early days of the app, with hashtag fridge view and hashtag show us your fridge showing up as favorites amongst browsers.
There you go. That's our fridge.
Meerkat is, well, another new cat on the block, offering a similar service. But neither of these apps are entirely revolutionary. Others have tried live streaming apps before and failed. Another big grey area is copyright. Twitter have put the onus on the user, so we can live stream anything from revolutions on the streets, but if you're broadcasting, say, a sporting event or a music concert, you may well be illegally sharing. For now, South Africa's internet connection and mobile networks are struggling to handle all this live streaming, so you may have to wait a little while and experience a little bit of lag when fulfilling your burning desire to know what's in a stranger's fridge. Yusuf Omar for Mags on Media.
Here's a great story where technology meets radio. Radiovybe is an interactive radio application that allows you to discover, listen and interact with radios within and outside your geographical location. The interactive feature of the app, and this is the interesting part, allows members to contribute to live radio shows while listening. The app also allows members to stream music and connect with the artists. So we'll be joined by the founders, brothers Ike and Valentine Ezani. Welcome to both of you. First time on this program we've ever interviewed brothers.
Thank you.
Do you guys get on well in business?
Yeah, we do.
Don't know if the same thing would be with my brother. I think we'd argue a lot. Ike, let me start with you. What's the backstory here? How did you come by this idea? My understanding is you're tech guys, not radio guys necessarily.
Yes.
How did it start?
Radiovybe was conceived from from a background whereby we were discussing. I'm actually a DJ. So we were like discussing how do we now make people connect to stations, connect to music, and discover newer music genre. So we thought about why don't we come up with something that will bring radio stations and artists together in one particular space so that users and listeners can equally interact with these radio stations and probably, get to discover new music genre, especially the way Africa is coming up with vibey tunes day in, day out.
Valentine, I've got my tablet in front of me. Surely I can go on to TuneIn Radio and it's exactly the same thing, or is there a difference?
There's a difference, actually, Jeremy. The difference of Radiovybe and TuneIn is in TuneIn, you only stream radio only. But in Radiovybe, you stream radio and also interact with the radio show online real time. And also the second main feature that is different from TuneIn is that in Radiovybe, you can also listen to music from artists all over the world. That is the key difference between Radiovybe and TuneIn.
What type of interaction would you be encouraging then?
Yes, we encourage users when you are listening to a particular radio station, say you're in South Africa, you are listening to Energy FM Australia, you can actually go to their wall and type a comment on what you are listening or any topical issue you are listening live, and they will see it.
And what's the take-up been like? I mean, this really is, there's a merging of a traditional platform and a technological platform.
Yes, and it's really being accepted globally. A lot of radio stations, we've been functional for the past 14 months, and the acceptance has been wonderful. As we are talking now, people are streaming radio, making comments on the wall, and trying to suggest new topics that they would enjoy in future in terms of radio and everything.
So it's about users owning the concept themselves in many respects.
Exactly.
I'm always fascinated about entrepreneurial stories. How did you start this from a business perspective?
Actually, currently we're still bootstrapping. Everything about Radiovybe has been funded from our individual pockets. We've not had any funding so far. It has been very, very tough, but having learned from so many other people that started, that had shared the same entrepreneurial spirit with us, you have to fall for you to get up and dust yourself and continue going. And
keep believing in yourself.
Exactly, and the dream is very huge. If we are talking about Radiovybe, we are talking about something that is going to rule the radio business in future, because Radiovybe hands you the global radio stations in your tablet on your mobile phone. And it gives you that space to break your own news to any radio station, irrespective of your geographical background.
Valentine, what's the response been like from the traditional radio industry in this respect? Do they see that they have no choice but to understand something like this and play with it?
Yeah, they have been responding very, very positively, and the traditional radio stations actually know the future of radio is in streaming because it breaks down the geographical barriers. And most of them right now still stream on their website, but that only gives you the streaming only. But when they're coming into Radiovybe, they now stream and also interact with their audience and know how their audience are accepting their program, so they're accepting it.
And in business, you guys never fight, do you? You don't do well.
We do have our arguments.
But we still have the platform to like say, okay, I think this place you're far more better understanding it, so you lead the way.
And Valentine Azani, thank you very much indeed from Radiovybe. Good talking to you. This is Mags on Media. Coming up, how an established Irish beer stout brand managed to connect with a new market segment. We're also going to take a look at a social media campaign called Like Change.